chefs and even rappers, to up and comings with the it factor. It's the JAZZIE K Ward coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs.
Look at me. Look at me. I am changing. I'm trying every way I can. I am changing. And I'll be better than I am. I'm hoping to find a way to understand. But I need you, I need you, I need a hand. I am changing, I'm seeing everything so clear. I am changing, I'm gonna start right now, right here. I'm hoping to work it out, and I know I can, but I need you, I need a hand, 'cause all of my life I've been a fool who said I could do it all alone. How many good friends have I lost? How many dark nights have I known? I was walking down that wrong road. There was nothing I could find. All those years of darkness can make a person blind. But now I can see I am changed.
I am changing. What's going on, everyone? That was the beautiful, the talented Miss Nicole Henry, who's our special guest tonight. Happy Monday, everyone. I'm your host, JAZZIE K Ward, and welcome to another edition of Artist Talk Jazzy After Dark. Everybody, please go over to K Ward Radio. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. kwardradio.com is the website. And if you don't do any of that, as we always say on the show, shame on you. Are you ready to kick off another great show? Let's go ahead and start Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, JAZZIE K Ward.
Everybody, welcome back to the show. Come on in the room. I see so many people coming on. I see my friend Kenneth. I see Pam, recording artist Castella, the beautiful Castella. My friend, recording artist and saxophonist Van Birchfield. Dr. Graham is with us also tonight. So many people. And I'm sorry if I don't say hello to everyone or read everybody's comment. I'm sorry, but I do see you. Again, our special guest tonight is none other than international recording artist Nicole Henry is with us tonight. So again, if you have any questions or comments for our guest tonight, make sure you post them. We'll do our best in answering those. In the meantime, you can check out our website at NicoleHenry.com, which will be listed throughout the feed, throughout the show. I mean, did you hear that opening? I Am Changing. What a beautiful song. I don't know how Nicole sung that song. I'm an emotional guy, right? So when I hear that song, it brings up so many emotions. It is an absolutely beautiful song. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about our guest. So you'll get to know her a little bit more up close and personal. So she's captivated audiences in over 20 countries, headlining venues in cities including New York, Miami, Madrid, Paris, Tokyo. That's just to name a few. She's performed live in more than 30 music festivals worldwide. Now, let me tell you what Jazz Times said about our guest, Nicole Henry. Henry can sell a power ballad as well as a Whitney Houston, Diana, or Patti. So that goes to show you Nicole Henry has that it factor. And I'm so excited to have this conversation with her tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's welcome our special guest, the incomparable Miss Nicole Henry to Artist Talk.
Hey there, how are you? Thank you for that wonderful introduction.
You're so welcome. And I just want to say, Nicole, thank you so much for your vibrant, positive, beautiful smile, all that energy. Thank you.
It's a joy to have it and a joy to share it. So I appreciate you recognizing it. Thank you.
You're welcome. And again, and thank you so much for being a guest, coming on the show. I have been anticipating this conversation for quite some time when I decided to start Artist Talk. And I was like, wow, I just love Nicole Henry. I hope to possibly meet her one day, see her, in a show, and I'm sure that will happen one day. So again, thank you so much.
My pleasure, and thank you for the invitation, and bravo to you for doing this. This is wonderful.
So, otherwise, like, how was your day today? Can you tell what did you do today?
You know what? That's a good question, because for the last 10 days, I was kind of I was on the road, even longer, maybe 11 days. And so today was one of those catching back up. Are you hearing me okay? Because I changed microphones. So this is good. Okay. So yes, I've just been kind of catching up with emails and catching up with to-do lists and the things, just checking things off the box, going through contracts and all that stuff. So it's been a good day. It's been a blessing.
Okay.
Yeah, I had probably some of the best 10 days that I've had in this whole year. So I'm feeling blessed and grateful.
That's great. I'm so glad to hear that, Nicole. So Nicole, I do this segment called The Real You.
Okay.
It's mind, body, and soul. Some are funny questions, just to get us to know a little bit more about Nicole Henry.
All right.
So my first question is, what were you like in high school?
I was outgoing. I was involved in like a ton of activities. I remember my mom telling my sister and I, whatever it is that you do, you shouldn't be coming home on the 3:20 bus or the 2:20 bus, whatever it was. Y'all need to stay after school and do something. And I took that to heart from like 9th grade. And I was in like 17 organizations. I think I counted when I was doing my college applications. So I was outgoing. I'm very athletic, and I was a cheerleader. However. Yeah, right. Hey, but we, it was more like the competition cheerleader. So I was cheerleading, so I was throwing people up and all that stuff. So, and then I played softball, but president of the class, homecoming queen, that whole thing. So it was a good time. It was a good time.
You know what? I envisioned, and I didn't know a lot of that. I said, you know what? I promise you, I figured, when you, with Nicole, when you look at your yearbook, and you go back to your high school yearbook and you see, either best dress, most to succeed, top cheerleader. I figured you played sports. I figured you were maybe in the drama club. You did theater, anything of the arts.
A little bit. I wish I had done a little bit more in theater because I knew I loved it though. I did do a couple things in theater in high school, but not as much as looking back. But I loved. Yeah, I had a good time. Shoot, I wish I could go back now.
I understand.
It'd be a good time.
I like that. So my second question: if I gave you $10,000 right now, what would you spend it on?
I'd probably use half of it to pay off some credit card debt. I would use 20% of it to give to some charity and try to do something for the community in some regard. Probably homelessness, probably hunger. I think this country ought to be ashamed of itself for having hunger and poverty as an issue, but
that's true.
Such it is. But yeah, and then I'd probably take my mom on some vacation and with my sister, and yeah.
I like that. My third and final question for the Real You segment is:
there's no $10,000 check.
Oh, well,
no.
No.
Oh, okay. So I have to answer the next question now. I'm gonna cry.
Where's the check?
Yeah,
my third question is: tell me something you need to stop doing.
Ooh. Stop clowning around so much. It's so hard. No, I know. I never want to stop doing that. What do I need to stop doing? Wanting sugar. I love sugar so much. I love cookies. I have nothing in my house that is sweet except for agave. But I have to the last I was on vacation, a mini vacation for 4 days, and I ate donuts and cake. I had 2 desserts every night, and now I'm waiting. So I need to stop with the sugar.
Okay, I can relate to that because cookies, candy. I'm a chocolate chip cookie guy, or my favorite other cookie is sneakerdoodles. I can eat them.
Just the sound of it. just keep talking.
Just keep talking.
Yeah, chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake, all that stuff. Yeah. Costello said sugar is the devil.
It's not good. The devil's not good. Sugar's not good unless you want to eat it.
Right. My trainer tells me that every morning. So Nicole, I go to we meet about 5 a.m. and he always tells us. So that's every day, Monday through Friday. So
that's impressive. Bravo.
So every day. So it's just a part of life. He always says, the sugar, you just gotta cut it out. Jazz, you just got to cut. You're gonna have to moderation. But once you get yourself on track, then in moderation, he said you can have it, but in moderation.
Yes, agreed. Because I'll never cut out sugar. That's just what am I alive for then?
No. So that wasn't too bad, was it, Nicole?
No, but I'm still waiting. I'll wait for the dinger to go off. Ding, 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 ding for my $10,000 check. So maybe by sometime between now and the end of the interview conversation.
I got you. So everyone, again, our special guest tonight is Nicole Henry, international recording artist, Nicole Henry. So Nicole, I want to ask you, when you opened up when we played that snippet, I'm changing. Where was that? Where were you performing it?
That was up at RIT, which is it's like an Institute of Technology. So Rochester Institute of Technology. I was with a dear friend of mine, Kevin Suris, who is a brilliant inventor, but also loves music and a conductor and has put together different large orchestra projects for me. Has put together a few of them, and he's a great guy. So he was conducting there. And that was, I think the orchestra there, the jazz orchestra, was probably about 40 instruments. And so, we were doing an alumni event. And we were fortunate enough to get some great footage from that. And yes, that show was a lot of fun. I love, in fact, last week I just played with the Pasadena Pops, which was the Pops Orchestra. So at least about 70 plus instruments. And I love performing in front of strings and horns, and it's like driving a truck. And that was a good time.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, what is that process, Nicole? Like when you're performing with a huge orchestra, of 70 people. Is it, do you practice with them or do they learn their part and then you come in and do, how does that work?
Well, I like to think that it's pretty much it's easier for the instrumentalists because they perform with the music in front of them. So, for example, with Pasadena Pops, I got there for 2 nights of rehearsal, and then we performed on Saturday. But in this situation, I had about 2 or 3 weeks to learn the 5 songs that I performed, and I had never sung any of these songs before. So, as a singer, as the front person, it takes a lot of work to memorize the song, learn the songs, memorize the song, make sure you got all the notes and the melody correct. And then not only get up and sing the song, but you have to feel the song. So I took every moment I could in those 2 weeks to really prepare, because you don't want to get up there and bust it in front of 3, 4, 5,000 people. It was a beautiful outdoor venue. Michael Feinstein, who is just fabulous. He's really like the godson of songbook, which is the American songbook, classic, great lyrics. And so he had invited me, and I think he's one of the best performers of that genre. He's just so informed about the history and the stories and the cool trivia. So I wanted to make sure I did well for him, but also for myself. So so how that works, you don't get an opportunity to meet everyone, but of course I have the mic, and during rehearsals I say hello and appreciate them. I used to play cello for 6 years.
Oh, wow.
and I love classical music, so I understand a little bit about what they're doing, and then having worked with big band. But it's a bigger ordeal. For example, imagine if you go and play with a pianist, you have one chart for that pianist. But if you have a quartet, then you have everybody in that quartet has different parts. But if you start putting 5 horns together, or 8 violins and 8 violas, each of them have to have their separate parts. So you have to have a mastermind of an arranger to put all that music together. And so really everybody doesn't jump up and do a Pops orchestra show every week, because there's a lot involved with just creating one chart. So it's a real honor and a blessing to have that opportunity to get up there and do that. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to putting a show together. I would love to have a couple of Pop shows where I can hopefully travel the world and get out there and do that. Yes. Yeah,
it will definitely happen, Nicole.
Thank you.
So even when go back, the Jazz Times said something. They compare Whitney Houston, Diana, Patti LaBelle. Is that a lot of pressure for you, or no?
No, but I put a lot of pressure on myself as an entertainer. I always want to get better. I mean, and I don't know, there's probably a lot of singers out there who are in my boat as well, where I didn't go to college for singing, but I sing. I studied cello, but I never really studied music and vocal theory. So I always, at some point I realized, all right, I need to catch up as a vocalist and kind of really perfect my singing. And so fortunately, about 6 years ago, I was blessed to get a teacher, a vocal coach, who made a lot of concepts that I had heard since 2004-ish. It made sense. And I was able to start taking vocal lessons now I'm on my 4th or 5th different vocal teacher because you graduate. It's like going to high school. You got to graduate to college. And so I've really enjoyed working on becoming a better singer, to be more efficient, kind of like a coach, a golfer, a basketball teacher, tennis player. They all have coaches throughout their entire career. And I think in the arts, that's another professionals, CEOs, they have professional coaches as well. And so I'm really excited that I've been able to find and understand what that process is. So I've been enjoying that. Yeah. So shoot, one day I'll actually feel, to me, it's not so much about singing, it's about feeling and being able to emote a feeling and to be successful. But then once you have that down, you better sound good too. So yes, I feel like I'm attached to the connection, and you just get more and more attached the more you meditate, the more your gratitude for life, and you can really feel lyrics. So So yeah,
Right.
I think life makes you more ready for lyric and story interpretation and storytelling.
Storytelling. Yeah, I love storytelling, and I guess as an artist, as a vocalist, you're storytelling on the stage, and then when you have that audience out there, I always wonder is like sometimes like what is the vocalist or like what are you all thinking sometimes when you're on the stage? You wonder like, okay, are they loving this song? Are they enjoying this song? Do they like it? Do you ever think of that?
Oh, well, so okay, so I'd say 25% of the time as a singer, you're thinking about, well, 50% of the time you're thinking about the lyrics. You're thinking about a story. Like as an actor, I always kind of reapproach the song different almost every day. I try to think of, okay, who am I singing to, or who am I singing about, or who am I thinking about, or what story can I, what it, kind of tying it to something real that I can actually visualize as I'm singing it. So it's not the same old. And then each line or each word or each idea is almost as much of a surprise to me
All
as
right.
it would be as if I were writing the song originally. So I like the sense of discovery in each. So 50% of the time I'm doing that. 25% of the time, or maybe 10%, somewhere between 10 and 25% of the time, singers are thinking, why is that dude in the front row and that's those 16, why are they not moving? Or
Right.
why are they looking at me like this?
Right.
Because not everybody in the audience has good, music listening etiquette.
Right.
And they don't realize what everybody out there, when you're watching an entertainer and you're in the first 20 rows,
Right.
think about what you look like.
That's true.
We're in this together. So sometimes we're thinking like, oh my gosh, this person's looking at me like I have three heads.
Right.
Then 10 to 25% of the time you're thinking, oh man, I should have said this when I introduced the song. Because you're like, oh
Right.
yeah, but then sometimes I catch myself. I don't want to talk too much before a song starts. So
Okay.
I quash some of the dialogue that I would have said. But I'm like, oh, I could have said this. Um, and then the other times, there's 2 or 5% of the time you're like, oh man, is my strap down? Is my dress right? Like, yeah. So it's a mix. It's a mix. But you try to just stay in that track of like, all right, I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone, and kind of like meditation. You just want to be there most of the time, or
Right.
like yoga. Yeah. But
I
sometimes you get.
love that. And just moving forward just a little bit, this new project, Time to Love Again.
Mhm.
Hmm. Why the title?
I decided to finish this CD because I was actually going to just release about 3 singles, um, starting in 2020. But all the singles happened to be really uplifting titles: Feeling Good, Overjoyed, Whenever I See Your Smiling Face. None of those songs worked in the middle of that pandemic. Nobody was feeling good. You couldn't see anybody's smiling face because we had on masks. And who was overjoyed during all that turmoil that we had? So instead of releasing those singles during 2020, I was like, well, let me think about what would be effective as far as maybe putting out an entire CD. And I went back to my band and thought it over and thought about songs that I could add to the CD. And then then we went and recorded it literally 2 years to the day, from when we recorded the original project. So 2019, I recorded the singles and was going to release them in 2020. And then in 2021, I went back to the studio and decided to round out the CD. So Time to Love Again. That's really about how I felt, with what was going on in the world, and I still feel that way. As a society, as a civilization,
Right.
we still have not progressed as much as I think we need to be as perfect as not perfect, as evolved as I think our creator and our would want us to be. And that has to do with caring for one another, you know, stop listening to the lies and wanting to listen to the lies. Some people, it's not so much that people are gullible, because they are. There's a lot of people who, I think a large percentage of the population is just kind of waiting to be led by something. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but where they're just as easily susceptible to one or the other. And I think if we lead with love, we won't listen to the stuff that leads us down the path of fear, and that rabbit hole of, oh no, look what they're doing, and look who's that, and they're coming to take our jobs, and we're not guilty of our history. Stop.
Right.
Stop. Shut up. And wake up and focus on love, and focus on faith, and focus on not, what are you afraid of? So I think there's a lot of messaging out there where if people just focused on love and positivity,
right,
we wouldn't be in the place that we are. So thus time to love again.
I love that. And, as we were talking about that, and I'll talk a little bit later about that, because especially during the pandemic, a lot music, as we know, Nicole, is so healing. I can put on your music and it's healing for me and so many other people, especially Midnight at the Oasis.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I mean, that song, a lot of this, when I was playing it, I DJ at my job when we have our monthly staff meetings. So last month I'm the DJ before everybody comes on the meeting.
Nice.
So I played that and people were like, whoa.
Hey.
Who is that? I said, if you don't know Nicole Henry, you'll hear this throughout the show. Shame on you.
Come on. Thank you, JAZZIE K. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
What I want to do is, I'm going to ask my producer, should we take a break or should we just go in and play? I want everybody to listen to a little snippet of Midnight at the Oasis. In the meantime, while we're listening to that, make sure you go over to NicoleHenry.com. The website is fabulous. The music, it's about support, everybody. Sharing is caring. Download the music, share the music with your friends, your family, your loved ones. You need, Nicole Henry needs to be in your life. She needs to be her music, her voice. I'll say this, your voice is like a vehicle for spirit. It's like a songbird. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what we're going to do now is check out Midnight at the Oasis right here on Artist Talk. I'm JAZZIE K Ward.
Midnight at the Oasis. Send your candle to bed. Shadows paint our faces. Traces of romance in our heads. Heaven's holding a hand, shining just for us. Let's slip off to a sand dune real soon and kick up a little dust. Come on, cactus is a friend. He'll point out the way. Come on, till the evening ends, till the evening ends. You don't have to answer, no. There's no need to speak. I'll be your belly dancer, prancer, and you can be my sheep. Oh, yeah.
It seems like did you have a lot of fun recording that? I think you're muted, Nicole.
Chad, I could talk forever, so I'm glad you said something. Yes, I always have a great time in the studio, and I had a really great time because my pianist in my band that I've worked with off and on for probably 20 years, but definitely over the last 10 years. He produced it, and then he also did the vocal production for me. So I was with him, and I learned a lot. And he produced the heck out of that CD. It sounds so good. I really feel like it's one of my best sounding CDs, and I think for that reason, it's the best performing CD at Jazz Radio and around the country and in the UK. So yeah, very excited.
Yeah. So,
oh, thank you. Very.
Definitely Grammy worth. Most definitely. Hey, Colleen.
Thank you.
Definitely Grammy. Before we go into a segment, we have Dr. Graham on the line, but I wanted to ask you a question, Nicole. When we talk about jazz and R&B, soul, and especially women in jazz, why should people care about jazz music, and especially Black women in jazz?
Ooh, okay. So jazz is one of the original forms of American music, and which came from the blues, and it's decidedly, of course, American, but really a Black form of music. Like so much American music. I mean, even country music comes from blues a lot, and back in the day. And as far as, I mean, obviously, taste is taste. You like what you like, but it's just. I mean. I'm never going to tell somebody what they should like, but it's part of our history in America. There's so many great jazz musicians and female vocalists that don't get recognized, like Lurleen Hunter, and I mean, there's tons, Black and white. But it's just, there's just so much to discover. It's like any kind of history rabbit hole that you start going down. But I know some of my favorites are Nancy Wilson, Carmen McRae, Sarah Vaughan, Dinah Washington.
Do you have a favorite Nancy Wilson song?
Ooh. Oh, anything from the 60s that she recorded. Oh my goodness, that Love is Funny or It's Sad, But Beautiful. Her Lush Life album is great. The But Beautiful album. In 1970, the album that she did with Gamble and Huff. I actually have a tribute album to Nancy that's coming out in February next year. So stay tuned. Some of my, I couldn't squeeze them all in there, but some of my favorites are on there. Check out Joe from that 1970s album. That's a hot one. Yeah.
And Gerald just said, of course, my mom was a huge Nancy Wilson fan, and Gerald put Guess Who I Saw Today.
Oh, yes.
I love that song. So, hey, Tasha Mack. If you don't know Tasha Mack with the Chit Chat Tasha Mack Show.
I love it. I've heard that. Okay. I have to follow her. I've heard the name though, but I don't think I follow her. I gotta thank you.
You need to follow Tasha Mack. Right. So, Nicole, we do this segment. So we have Dr. Chantel Graham, who's out of New York, and she does this health and wellness segment for us.
Oh, nice.
About a health tip. So we're going to go to her, and then we're going to have a little bit more conversation with international recording artist Nicole Henry, y'all. So don't go anywhere. So we're going to start that segment right now, Nicole, and we'll be right back.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Dr. Chantel Graham is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's going on?
Well, did you love Midnight at the Oasis?
She sounds amazing. I don't know if that's my phone, my camera. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if you can hear me. Oh, there we go. She sounds amazing. Just amazing. You know, I'm always learning every time I come here. She dropped a lot of knowledge, but now it's my turn to drop a little knowledge. So today I had a whole topic picked out and I changed it. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I went into the bathroom and this smell This smell grabbed me. Costello, you know I got your shirt on. So this smell grabbed me. And I said, what in the world is that? So we're going to talk about urine health. No, it was not poop. It was urine health. So what can we tell from you by just your urination? A couple of things. We're going to start with colors. If your urine is clear like water, you may think you got it under control because that means I drink a lot of water. That's a positive thing. No, it's not. If your urine is clear like water, that is just a symptom of what we can possibly be called hyponatremia. What that means is you have too much water, your body is diluting the salt. You can actually die from that. So you may hear how people drink too much water and go into coma and die. So don't drink too much water. Too much of a good thing is not a good thing, okay? If your urine is like a pale yellow or any type of yellow, you're pretty much okay. That's not too bad. When it gets to be that honey color, like amber color, that means you're starting to want a little bit of dehydration. Start uptaking your water. Don't drink all that one time. Just put a reminder. Drink so much every 10, 15 minutes to get your body hydrated. Now, if your color if it turns to be that brown color like tea or like maple syrup, we're talking about severe dehydration. And it happens. You get severely dehydrated. It could be a matter of a liver function problem that's not going on too good. Okay. Blood in the urine. So you see the blood in your urine. If you see red urine, it may not be a problem. It could be that you had blueberries, rhubarb, you could have had beets. Your urine will turn red and that's fine. But if you see that streaks of red in your urine that looks like blood, that's a problem. That can be significant of urinary tract infections, prostate issues, liver issues. So if you see that, please get it checked out and just don't be going to Dr. Google. You know I hate Dr. Google. That drives me crazy, okay? If your urine is blue-green, that may sound crazy. If you have certain genetic diseases, for you, blue-green urine may be normal for you. So that could be normal. Oh, wow. Last but not least, if your urine is white, fizzy, that can be STDs, that could be urinary tract infections. One of the big things is this is white in color. It could come from too much protein. So everybody jumped on the keto bandwagon and wanted to get, the keto diet and eat all this protein, all this meat. Too much protein will hurt you just as bad. The other thing about it is when it comes to smells, my God, I walked to the bathroom and I had the smell of ammonia. And I'm like, who does that? That could be a severe urinary tract infection. Now, UTIs are tricky because it starts with just having the frequency, urgency to go. And you may say, I gotta go, and then you go, not much comes out. It may hurt when you go to the bathroom. And you may say, you know what? I drank cranberry juice, it's getting better. Please get checked out because the problem is if it starts to go retrograde and go back into the bladder, up the urethras and the ureters into the kidneys, and you can have a kidney malfunction problem or kidney disease. Once you start to get that, it can repeat very much easily. So you don't want to start doing that. If you are diabetic, you may notice that if you go to the bathroom, your pee may smell like sweet or fruity. You have too much sugar, get it checked out. That means you just have too much sugar and you're hyperglycemic. Wow. Okay? That's a problem. And again, people, if your urine smells bad, get it checked out. Now, if you eat asparagus, a lot of onions, a lot of garlic, you may have a little smell. That's normal. When you get up in the morning and that first time you go to the bathroom is a little strong, that's fine because what happens is at night when you're sleeping, your body detox naturally. So you may have that. If you take a lot of vitamins, your urine is going to be probably a bright yellow. What that's telling you is that your body's not absorbing all those vitamins like it should be. That means find a better vitamin. I'm a person who loves vitamin patch. Put the patch on, get up, go out the house, you'll be good to go. So in a nutshell, that's your urine. So check out your pee when you go to the bathroom.
I love it, Dr. Graham. And let everyone know how they can find you on social media.
Find me on social media, Instagram, Dr. Shawnee 0730. Or you find me on Facebook under the App Life or Dr. Shawnee Graham. I have both pages. Dr. Graham at the applife.info. Any questions, people, send me the questions to the applife.info. I will not ask for your insurance card or 2 forms of ID. I will not do you. But I will provide information enough to go and get some help. Go to the doctors, get those physical done. If you think something is wrong, go with your first thought. It's better to go with your first thought than to have regrets.
That's true. Dr. Graham, as always, so informative. And as you know, I have to ask you this question. We need you to add Nicole Henry to the OR when you're in the
And
OR.
what I've heard so far, she will be in tomorrow's rotation. Okay.
I love
You
it.
know, I'm always supporting. Like I said, I got my nice Costella shirt on. If you guys haven't gotten this shirt is phenomenal. It's soft. It has a QR code on the side. Come on, get to it. Do support. You go out here and buy these expensive shirts that probably rip in the washing machine. This thing right here is soft, and it's just such a color thing to wear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love it. I'm gonna buy another one. I love it.
I love my shirt too. I have my. I should have worn mine tonight, but maybe
I'll wash mine this week, and we'll wear it again next week. We'll wear it together. How about that? Or I can buy a second one. I can buy a second one.
Yeah, I love that, Dr. Graham. Thank you so much again. Dr. Graham is also a life coach. So if you all have any questions about that, make sure you hit up Dr. Graham. And Dr. Graham, can you stick around for the rest of the show?
I definitely will. I'm here. I'm here for it all.
Thank you so much, Dr. Graham.
Okay. See you soon.
Okay. See you soon. Here we go. So we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Nicole's back. Nicole, was that any great information for you? I mean, about you already think about urine. I do, but
No, I mean, you know what? We have to be aware of our bodies and listen to our bodies. I was flying a lot on the plane over the last 10 days and was noticing that the other day at the gym, my legs started getting tingly, and I was like, wait a second, should I go get a small baby aspirin because I don't want to have a heart attack? It could be a blood clot because I've been sitting on the plane. I've had a dear friend close to me, my assistant of 8.5 years, at 34 years old, passed away from a heart attack because he had a blood clot from traveling, probably. And if we don't pay attention to what our body's telling us and respond to it quickly, you just don't know what the difference is between life or a different type of life. So yeah, that's great that she mentioned that, because it could be happening to anybody out there.
That's true. That's true. And I wanted to actually, because as you can tell, people were texting me, it's like, wow, she's so physically fit. I was going to say mind, body, and soul. What does Nicole Henry do? Do you work out every day, Nicole?
No, I mean, I'm so impressed that you wake up at 5 o'clock and go to the gym Monday through Friday. That's great. I love working out, so that's a blessing, because I know a lot of people out there do not like going to the gym. I love going to the gym. I probably work out about 4 times a week. So, but like any of us, I same thing as vocal coaching. I reached out to a friend of mine who had physically trained me about 10 years ago. And in January, I called her. I was like, girl, I've been telling myself for 2 years that I want to lose 6 pounds. I mean, I know I'm in shape, but I wanted to lose 6 pounds. There's a big difference if you're 6 pounds. So, everybody has their own goals. Some people want to lose 100 pounds, 20, 30. I wanted to lose, but I hadn't lost it in 2 years. So I was like, okay, girl, just tell me what to eat. Tell me what to do at the gym. And so she gave me a workout. She was like, okay, so you're going to work out 6 days a week and you're going to do 45 minutes cardio. I was like, okay. But I split that in half and kind of spread it out over 2 weeks. But yeah, I work out 3-4 times a week. And I love.
I love it. And I wanted to tell everybody, again, Nicole has a new project out, Time to Love Again. Everyone, don't forget, go over to NicoleHenry.com. That's the website. Download the CD. And someone was asking me, Nicole, can they get physical copies of the CD?
Surely. On my website, you can order them, and I'll either sign them or just ship them to you directly, and that'll happen. Even on my little trips on vacation or on the road, I take them with me and will happily mail them to you. And of course, it's all, you can go to Nicole Henry Music, which is my Facebook page and social media. And yes, there you go. Thank you for that that page. You can order a bunch of the CDs, actually.
I love that. And tell us about concerts. You're on a tour, any events coming up, because we want to come see Nicole Henry.
All right. This Friday, I'll be in Saratoga, New York. There you go. There's the tour. I'll be in Denver, Colorado on September 9th. I'll be in Atlanta. Come on, Atlanta. And so funny, because just the other day I was looking and I was saying, oh man, I wish I had thought about going to Birmingham. I mean, I know you're not in Birmingham, but I said, I wish I had thought about going to Birmingham. We were looking at Nashville and a couple other places after Atlanta, but Yeah, I'll be in Atlanta. And it's kind of slowing down because I'm gearing up for some holiday stuff in December, and then gearing up for the CD release for the new Nancy project in February. So I'll be in the studio a bit for that, and then working on some promotional stuff for, getting that together and ready to launch. But yeah, things are always changing. I'll be in Indianapolis and Carmel, Indiana in October. That's not in the charts in the calendar yet. I'll be in New Mexico for the first time in early October. Working on San Francisco and New York, and that's it for now.
I love it. I'm definitely going to come see you in Atlanta. I'm only 2 hours away, so.
Yes, I know. Oh, good. Yeah, but it's a Wednesday night now. You might not make your 5 a.m. Thursday.
Well, my trainer. The thing about him, he always, even though we meet, but he does Zoom as well. Okay. So he said, "There's no excuse. If you can't meet at the gym, if you can't meet us at the park, they also do it on Zoom." So
brilliant. No, you can get a good workout, good sweat at the house. So yes,
that's true. So Nicole, I want to play another video from Nicole Henry, y'all, and we're going to come back and have a little bit more conversation. I'm JAZZIE K Ward. My special guest is recording artist Nicole Henry, and let's check out another great video from Nicole right here.
Thank you.
Birds flying high, you know what I feel. Sun in the sky, you know what I feel. Breeze drifting by, you know what I feel. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, that is how I feel. It's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, yeah. Dragonfly in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies having fun, you know what I mean. To sleep in peace when day is done. It's a new world, a bold world, a new life for me. And I'm feeling stars when you shine, you know what I feel. Scent of the pine, you know what I feel. Freedom is mine. It's a new world, a bold world, a new life for me. Oh, it's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me. Oh, it's a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, yeah. A new dawn, a bold world, a new life, and love I'm feeling, yes,
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Graham. Thank you, Dr. Graham, for jamming with me there.
I'm feeling so good. I was feeling good even when I came, but even after that, I could imagine, Nicole, you singing that live.
I love that rendition I love the rendition that we came up with, my band and I. It's a great song. The lyrics are something else, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Thank you.
So, Nicole, I like to talk about like self-awareness, right? So I think it is so critical to success. I just wanted to, what brings you so much joy in the work that you do?
Okay. Well, self-awareness is one thing. And then, so just about self-awareness, to kind of go on that real quick. I wish more people were considerate and more aware of their being and then their surroundings and how they show up in the world. I don't know what stops people from doing that. I don't know if it's just lack of knowing that you could think of awareness and how you fit into society. And when you walk down the street, when someone opens the door for you, do you say thank you? Do you think of other people when you're driving on the road and swerving in between? So self-awareness in that regard. When I think of self-awareness, I think about that kind of thing. But then also it is about kindness and consideration and how you speak to people. Do you think of other people's feelings when you communicate? Or being self-aware, knowing that you're not taking things personally. So when you actually ask somebody a question, or if you're talking to people, you're not offended. You're never offended. No one's doing something to you. The world is not here to berate Jazzie K, you know what I mean? Or Nicole. It's like, these are things that happen in the world. So don't, so be aware that your perception of the world and how you then respond to the world. Right. We all need to take it easy and back off being offended and taking so many things personally. So as far as you mentioned self-awareness, I was kind of excited to kind of chime in on that. But then you asked me a question that followed, and I can't remember what it is now.
Oh yeah. So what brings you so much joy in the
work you do? In the work that I do? Well, waking up in the morning brings me joy. I really am. I do believe that if you fill yourself with gratitude for what you do have, then the universe will, God or whomever you feel gives you things, the universe will respond by giving you more of what you're grateful for and more of that what you ask for. So I'm looking at the other day, I dropped a dime or something like that, and I left it in the middle of my floor so that when I walk by it, I think now for like 2 weeks now, I haven't been home for 10 days, but when I walk by that dime, it reminds me of how grateful I am for all of the riches that I have around me, whether it be a couch, a bed. Some people don't have a bed to sleep in. So, but what brings me joy with the work that I do is being able to do the work that I do, just to know that so when I walk on the stage, it's like, I try to remember to say a little prayer of gratitude before I say, okay, have me do what you want me to share, let me shine in whatever way so that people can take that light from God, I believe in God and the creator. Because really I believe we're all little miracles walking around. I mean, I just took a breath of air that made my whole body function. I'm talking like my brain is working with my mouth. I mean, really?
Right.
We take this for granted, like this is just going to work every day, and it does work every day. So I think so that brings me joy, and I'm grateful for my gratitude. I'm grateful that I'm able to be grateful because I'm aware that I'm blessed. So that brings me joy.
I love that. And, I really don't follow script. And it's something I thought about. I said, I should have asked Nicole this, and please forgive me. During the time in the pandemic, again, what did you learn about yourself during that time? Did you learn anything different about Nicole?
Nicole's a workaholic. That's what I learned. I learned that I don't know how to relax. I learned that I love working. I love exerting effort. I love working out. I love obviously I don't love watching Netflix because I didn't watch enough Netflix. So I just kept thinking and working out and
Right.
planning. But what I because I'm an artist and I work from home,
Mhm.
the pandemic wasn't much, and I'm single. I don't have a husband
Mhm.
or a partner or a baby or anything like that. So thank God I have some good friends, and one that lives down the street, and my sister lives
Right.
nearby. So I kind of like hung out with them from time to time. I mean, not from time to time, regularly, bike rides and stuff like that. I realized that I am an introvert in a weird way. Not no, I wouldn't call it an introvert. I like being home. I like working.
Me too.
I like, yeah, I like creating stuff. I like jigsaw puzzles. I like
Right.
word games. I like, so yeah, I don't think I discovered much. I just think I had a lot more time to kind of make note of what I already knew.
Right. Well, I like that you mentioned that. Nicole, you're definitely going to have to come back on the show. I have so much I want to talk to Nicole Henry about, which I love you to come back.
Oh, thank you for having me. And I'm sorry, I'm like so long-winded because, like I said, I think I love talking, and I just love so thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm not one of those like one-liners.
You know what? I'm
talked about
so
more.
happy for that because I'm a talker. Then I have to learn in my job, full-time job. I'm always talking, which is okay. Which I love to talk, and I can relate. I'm kind of an introvert, extrovert when I need to be.
Right.
So I always wanted to
because
ask
you love people. I can see that in you.
I love
and your work, this work and your other work is all about people.
Yeah,
and
I wanted to ask you this, Nicole. What parts of yourself? Because I mean, I know you're probably pulled in so many directions in your career. You're traveling. Well, what parts of yourself do you protect the most?
My chocolate stash.
I love it. I love that. I love that.
No, what parts of myself do you protect? Not much. I kind of just, if you ask me a question, you can see I'll talk. I'm not ashamed to. I like to share, and I like people to ask questions that I'm like, oh yeah. So I don't protect much. I like to open up doors that allow me to see where I'm vulnerable so that I can learn to then understand those parts of me. So yeah, I don't knowingly protect any part of me. Yeah, and there's not much, I feel like not much can hurt me, but I'm open to being, yeah, to experiencing life.
Kenneth said, what kind of chocolate do you like?
Any chocolate.
Any chocolate.
Yeah, dark chocolate that has pastries nearby, with butter, and so cakes, brownies, cookies.
All that. What's your favorite food dish that you like to eat or cook?
Oh, okay. So I love fish and I do love vegetables. So I have to. So I talk a lot of game about my desserts, but I do love. I love fish and vegetables, and I love avocado. I love avocado. Natural. Oh yeah, and I love a natural taste of vegetables, like when you don't put, or when you put like just coconut oil on it, because it gives a little bit of. So I love asparagus, broccoli, anything really green. I love roasted vegetables. So I perfected, although I did perfect a good turkey chili.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I hadn't had that in a while. And I did like these meatballs, turkey meatballs. I was filling some turkey meatballs. I really love rosemary. So I was making like a lot of rosemary infused olive oil, which is really simple, but it tastes so good when you just take like 6 stalks of rosemary and put the whole thing of olive oil, and then like let it simmer in a pot, let it cool back down, put it back in the bottle with the thing on there, and use rosemary olive oil on your salads, on your eggs, on anything. Rosemary olive oil is the bomb. And you can, of course, they have it infused with basil, all kinds of stuff, but rosemary.
And our friends, they laugh at me. I love eggs, guacamole, or avocado on a piece of toast. And people are like, I love that. Isn't that good?
I mean, yeah. And then red peppers. I love roasted red peppers. I did a lot of roasting of vegetables in the oven.
Yeah. Okay. I love that. So Nicole, I want to ask you real quick before we go. If I
No,
got
we
in,
don't. I can't go. This is the cloud. We could stay forever.
we could stay
All
forever.
right.
So typically, if I got in Nicole's car and we're riding, like, what do you typically listen to?
Podcasts, NPR, and audiobooks.
Audiobooks. I love
Oh,
NPR. I can listen to that all day.
junkie. Yeah.
I love NPR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey.
I for every now and then I'm like, you're a musician, Nicole. Listen to music. So I have to like. It's kind of odd. I have to intentionally remind myself to listen to music because
Yeah.
I love learning and music.
Uh-oh.
You learn listening to new music too, but I really love NPR and various audiobooks.
Right. So who did you grow up listening to? Like, who were some of your favorite artists?
Commodores, the Spinners, Marvin Gaye, Teddy Pendergrass. So my parents, were big great DJs. My mom played classical piano too. So on the Saturday or Sunday mornings, I'd wake up listening to her playing classical music. But then gospel, Clay Evans, of course, the Aretha Franklin, Amazing Grace CD, LaBelle. Yeah, I don't love you anymore.
Hey.
Such a shame. Yeah, dirty shame. So any of that.
I love that.
And then, the 80s came around on MTV. So Wham,
Wham. Yeah.
New Edition. Well, that New Edition was before MTV, but
right.
New Edition, the Jacksons, Michael Jackson, Prince.
Right.
I remember when Prince had his album coming out, back in those days, then they'd release the song list and you were like, ooh, you got the titles and you didn't hear the song for the actual music. And I remember when Prince came out with Purple Rain and I was like, darling Nikki, yeah, that's me. Yeah. And then the song came out, I was like, no, that's not me. That's not me.
I love that.
Those were the days.
So, Nicole, this has been, I could talk to you all day. So that means you have to come back on the show. And I know when you do the Nancy Wilson project, would you please come back and talk about that?
Thank you for the invitation. I would love to, JAZZIE K. And hopefully I'll get it. I have to line up a gig in Montgomery, Alabama. That's where my grandfather's from. So hopefully I'll get to see you there too. But I'll see you September 21st in Atlanta.
Yeah, I will definitely see you there. And if you have a promo, when you do the promo, please send it to me so
I will.
I can stream it as a commercial spot on the show. Anything we can do to support Nicole Henry. I know with the holidays. Also, Nicole, I wanted to mention So Good, So Right. You have that live album that you have. Summer Sessions, Set for the Season, live in Japan, Embraceable. All those are just, everybody, you need to go get those CDs.
Get them. Yes. Come on. Download. No, thank you. That's one of my, so many great, Summer Sessions is, actually, I'm going to put a playlist together for it because it's a good Sunday summer jam. You could just listen to that album on a Sunday afternoon while you're doing stuff around the house. Yeah. Thank you.
So what's coming up? I know you have tour dates. Everybody go to NicoleHenry.com and check out the website. All the tour dates are listed there for like Thanksgiving, Christmas. Like, what about the holiday? Are you doing a holiday special for Christmas?
Yes. Every year, this is my 9th annual winter concert that I throw here in South Florida in Miami, usually on Miami Beach, which is because that's where I started my career. So I like to just kind of give a nod to Miami Beach for being my hometown. I have an annual show that I do, and it's a fundraiser for a nonprofit for children. And so this is right now, I sit on the board for the last 6 years for Miami Music Project. So we give my free music lessons to about 5 chapters, about 800 students throughout. Every week we give them after school lessons to learn orchestral music as well as horns, string instruments, and we give them the instruments, and it's great. Music education is so valuable for kids. The not only just learning the instrument, learning how to play music, but all that goes along with it. So expression, group interaction, working as a team, discipline, we make sure that they keep their grades up. So I'm really excited about Miami Music Project, and this concert that I do every year benefits that. So we're deciding on the venue now. There's a couple options that we have on the table, but usually it's at the Colony Theater on Miami Beach on Lincoln Road. So that's going to be somewhere between December 8th, 10th, that weekend in Miami Beach. I also have a fundraiser that I'm doing October 23rd, a Sunday afternoon, and that's for Girl Power in Miami. It's a brunch, and Girl Power works with girls in the Liberty City, Miami area. And they just help girls after school, young women. We help, we inspire and coach young women. So yes.
And I was getting a lot of tweets and texts, and people like, how can we support any of those causes that you're involved in?
Go to miamimusicproject.org. We can always use a donation, and it's very efficiently used, and the kids are beautiful kids. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
like kids that are in underserved schools where they don't have the arts. So yeah, please do.
I think that is so important.
Thank you.
Arts and entertainment in the schools. And recording artist, saxophonist JAZZIE Henry live said,
okay,
where will you be in Atlanta? Oh, there you go.
There you go. That's right. City Winery. Thank you. I will be at City Winery.
Really. Nicole Henry, it has truly been an honor and such joy talking with you. And again, you are a friend of the show. And as I always tell people, if you don't know Nicole Henry, shame on you.
I love that. That's like shame on you. No, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for sharing me and my music with your listenership, and I appreciate your support and your positivity, and also the work that you do on your day job. I love that. I don't know if you talk about it much, but I'm all about justice and just being humane. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for that.
You know, maybe we can do lunch. Because I'm based out of Texas, and I'm always in Miami.
Oh, okay.
With donors and events, and maybe, I have to say, Nicole, I am here. You want to do lunch or something?
You call me. We'll meet at the pastry shop.
Okay. So now I know somebody was like, where should I eat? All these places to go.
Yes. There are some great places. Wynwood, all over, even up as far as, there's great food all over the place. So yeah, you let me know. We'll do that.
Thank you so much, Nicole. Everybody, make sure you go to NicoleHenry.com. And Nicole, can you stick around for about 2 minutes for me?
Absolutely. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you. Everybody, thank you so much. Another great show, international recording artist Nicole Henry. Please go to NicoleHenry.com is the website. Her latest project, her new CD is Time to Love Again. Anything with love involved in it? Okay. I just love you. I love love. Okay. I love love. Don't forget, check out Dr. Chantel Graham, Dr. Graham at theapplife.info. Also check out her book, Nia the Germinator. It's a great book. Check it. I know it's a children's book, but it's for adults. I read the book all the time because I love reading. And again, thank you to everyone for your comments, your questions. But I didn't say hello to you. Please don't blame my heart. I'm sorry. Again, thank you all so much for your support each and every Monday right here. Join me next week for another special guest. Go to YouTube, K Ward Radio, subscribe. KWardRadio.com is the website. Join me. Also, any artists that would like to be featured on the show, my information is listed there. You can mail me your project or email. Thank you, Colleen. If you'd like to support the show, no gift is too small. Cash App, PayPal is listed there. Join me also each and every Saturday on WVAS 90.7, Alabama State University Saturday Jazz Affair from 8 until 12 noon Central Standard Time. Thank you all so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your look. Hey, my friend Mary. So good to see you, Mary. Thank you so much, Eric, Colleen, Gerald, Kenneth, Tasha Mack, Chit Chat, Tasha Mack. Have a great rest of the week. Make sure you take care of yourself and be kind to others.
If you're lonely, you need a friend. Troubles feel like they'll never end. Just remember, you're not alone. I'll be with you inside your home.
Anytime you need a friend,
I will be here.
never be alone again.
So don't you fear,
Even if you're miles away,
I'm by your side. Don't you ever feel lonely. Love will make it alright. When the shadows are closing in and your spirit is diminishing, just remember to keep the faith. Love will be right there to guide the way. I will be here.
never be alone again.
Never be alone. Don't you fear. And even if you're miles away, I'm by your side. Don't you ever feel lonely. Love will make it alright. If you just believe.
It's the Jazzy K coming at the show.